want to say Galatam, so that. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Galata. I'm one of the remote heads of education for G5. This week, I guess it was a break. Oh, well, it wasn't a break, we were working, but since we didn't have any class and everything, it was good. So that was my win. Like Yared said, I've been here the whole week and I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's all. So I'm going to pick Danny.
Danny, were you nominated? Did you? He nominated you?
Yeah.
Wow. Use the mic, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use the mic. Maybe like.
Oh, okay. Maybe try to speak louder and I can.
Yeah, I'll try to speak louder.
Okay.
So like my week has been pretty normal as well, but like I was on a break for the last couple of weeks. So maybe I can share that as my week. So I spent really cool time with my family, with my friends at the wedding as well, and I spent some time with my uncle's house, and also like I spent very good time, very good quality time as well with myself. Yeah, good time. What else is there? Yeah, I bought some stuff for myself. Like I have very cool setup now at my house. I bought very big monitor as well to be productive as well. Yeah, those are my wins from my break. Yeah, that's it.
Big monitor, like why? Are you gonna start like forex trading? Is it gaming? What do you need it for?
Why not? Like both.
Binance,
All of it.
of course,
Yeah.
of course, crypto.
Yes.
All right, okay. Yeah, I think we had enough nominations for now. Right, let's continue with today's agenda. So I'm going to quickly mute myself. Okay, thank you, Kalab. Yes, and now the new update for this week. We're going to be going over the A2SV website, which is going to be presented to us by Samuel. So Sami, come here and please help us go through the website.
Hi guys, my name is Samuel Gadi. I'm working at my closer to your mouth. Okay.
Yes.
I'm currently working as a A2SV organization website. You all know that. Recently, Belen also joined me, and we are working on the website. Imre asked me to present the current status of the website, and I will go briefly. Okay, sorry. I will go briefly over the website, and then I need your feedback from you guys. Things that we need to change, or things that we need to add. So just let me walk you through the website. We have changed the homepage layout to be more compact and precise and concise. As you can see, we have used different summaries. Let me show the achievement section. Like here, you can see that the number of students in our A2SV, like in-person education squad, 590. There are a lot of numbers. You can check it out here. For example, like you can check more information on the success of A2SV, especially for the last 2023 in graphical form. There is also a video here. I think this video will have more views. You can check the video here. There's also videos. Those are A2SV students. I think it is an amazing video. I suggest you to watch it. And there are also other stories, other impactful stories. You can check them out. The other major changes that we made is the A2SB's organizational structure, like from board members to staffs and students. For example, you can check it out. The board members, our board members, we have the option to see on dark and light mode. We have added a flag, so you can check them out. And you can, we have also categorized our staffs, the whole staff members, into 7 categories: in person, remote education, community, core dev, communication, finance, and business and product. I think this will include all the staff members. For example, like in person education squad, we have listed the staffs according to their position, like Brooks will be here first. We have added filtering options. You can filter them by their university, also by their country. For example, there are two staff members in Ghana, so you can see such informations. So when you see this category, if you don't get your name, or if we didn't include your information, so just DM us and then we can make it work. If you don't like the information here, if you don't like your photo, just send us. And the other major changes, the placements. As you know, there are around 57 placements in A2SV. All of them are here. And the other major changes on groups. I think we have 5 generations in our A2SV squad. Generation 4 and Generation 5 added recently. Also, remote education is started on Generation 4. As you can see, there is in person in the remote education squads. You can check the remote education squads. These are our new Generation 5 squads. What is interesting is there are around 20 countries. What is more interesting is there are some people outside of Africa, like China. I mean, even if they are Ethiopians, I think A2SV is expanding its reach. That's a good thing. You can check by the countries here. So this is more about the website. Please check the website and give us your feedback. We'll be glad to hear from you guys. Okay, that's good.
Thank you so much, Samuel. I was going to invite people for to ask a couple of questions. So, but you have addressed my question in particular. So, I was going to ask you if it would be nice for us to ask you to change pictures, because not so many people are satisfied with their pictures. You should have seen Ididia's picture. He looks like crap. So, if you are willing to do that, I believe it's going to be you're going to have a lot of traffic on your Slack account, Sam. So as you guys have heard, so if you guys go and visit the A2SV website, try to see where you fit in this website, and if you don't like your pictures, or if any information related to you is not put there, please feel free to reach out to Sami. Like he mentioned, he will quickly fix and sort that out for you. So thank you so much. Please give a round of applause for Sami. This takes huge effort and dedication. Yeah, so thank you so much, Sami. This is beautiful. You've changed the entire website a lot. Okay. Yes, do we have a question? Huh? The pictures? Okay, very, very interesting question, Lensa. Yeah, we can take this offline. Okay. Yeah, we will be receiving our organizational updates later on. So yes, without further ado, let's receive our Ethiopia education updates from G5 Education. We have Brooke McConnell to give this updates. Brookie. Thank you.
Thank you, Ragi. Hi, team. I'm Brooke McConnell from In-Person Education. Okay, for this week, we've been working on contest monitoring system, and we've actually tested it in one of the groups, one of the in-person groups. So we actually created the system because we've been seeing some cheating activities, especially for the remote contest that we are conducting with the, like increased usage of GPT and everything. So it's really easy to cheat, and some people were tempted to do that. So we had to work on some way of combating against it, and we've already tested the system, and it will be implemented in all of the other sections as well. All right, for AIT, we covered recursion too, an advanced part of recursion. Usually recursion takes time, and we've tried to give more practice time for the students. We have also covered some, actually, we have finalized all the soft skill lectures for the February converts who've joined AIT in-person education. We also had the first group contest, meaning each group kind of compete with each other. Like they first got their representatives, like best problem solvers in the group, and they had the first competition for AIT. And I've heard that G51 won the competition. Then moving on to AS2, we covered the first parts of recursion and trees. We also had the triad contest, which is going to be kind of preparation for the format of ICPC competition and for the group competition as well. We're also giving some soft skill lectures for the February converts, and we're also recapping a linked list lecture for the February converts because they didn't officially have had the chance to attend the lectures with us. They covered it by themselves, so we're giving them a recap after they joined the squad. Now moving on to Adama. Adama AS2. The Adama AS2 is kind of split into two groups. The fourth and the fifth years are going with AIT, and the third years are going with Addis Ababa AS2. So for the fourth and fifth years, we've covered the same topic, recursion, the second part of recursion. And for the third year students, we've covered trees and recursion 1. We've been also giving the soft skill lectures for them as well. And last week, I think we've told you about we're going to relocate one of our head of education interns to Adama, and we've onboarded Abenezer there, and he continued his efforts from Adama. For the coming week, on AIT side, we'll be finishing the camp this week, meaning we're going to have the closing ceremony on Monday because tomorrow is Adwa, and I don't think it's going to be convenient for all of the students to have the camp closing on the Adwa day. And after closing the camp, we'll try to analyze the feedback that we're going to collect from the students and to have a retrospective meeting to better our processes for the coming time. For Addis Ababa AS2, we'll be covering the last topic, not actually the last topic, but the topic that's going to take a lot more time. That's recursion 2. Actually, we'll be also covering binary search. It should have been added here. We'll be doing that for Addis Ababa AS2. And by the end of next week, we'll have the camp closing for them as well. And we also have to finalize the soft skill lectures. They have only received 2 of the soft skill lectures out of 4. So we'll have to cover the remaining 2 soft skill lectures for the February converts. For Adama, it's more or less the same plan with Addis Ababa, especially for the third year students. I guess that's kind of similar. And finally, by the end of next week, we'll be having the camp closing trip. And this time around, the squad is going to be really huge. So I'm not actually had this much of people on a trip. This is going to be a new experience. So this is the plans from the in-person education. So if you guys have any, yes, Yarit.
During the trip, can other A2SV?
I wouldn't say so because the squad. So maybe like adding another out of control, you know.
Trip going to include Addis Ababa as well?
The trip all G5 students, meaning Addis Ababa, except for G5 students, AIT, Addis Ababa, and Adamas. Well, any
And,
other question?
Our G4 members also going through the camp? like you
Yes,
mentioned.
that's actually a very good with Emre and Brooks Odu. So we'll actually include G4 members as well, since they have been through the camp as well. Should be a trip, yeah. Any other question? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Brooke. Okay, now we will be going over our G4 secondary education updates, wins, and plans will be given to us by Zagga. Zagga, please come to the stage.
Hi guys. Education. This week we have finished our camp. Today is the end, and for the last week we have been planning for each projects for Hakimab, for ride sharing, for Badar, and for the sessions we have like given a session, debugging session by every. And there was internal demo last week on Friday. We have been going through the mentorship session with our core dev mentors, and it was helpful. And for the contests, we have had a contest last week. For the plans, we are planning to have the camp closing ceremony on Monday at 5 p.m. And all of the G4 members will be there on the camp closing. There will be a demo, what they were doing on the camp, and all the projects will prepare their demo for their respective projects. After that, we are going to start the internship. It's not like with the G4 projects only. I guess it's for core devs as well. We have been going through the internship process, and we have accepted some of the applicants, and we are going to start our internship on, I guess, Tuesday, March 4. The other thing is we're going to give a break for G4 AIT members since they have finished the camp. They are going to take a break. It's going to be probably 1 week and a half. Lastly, Brooke mentioned the camp closing camp. We are going to have it with the G5 members, and it's going to be huge. And it's already decided that all the G4 members will be included on the camp closing trip. I guess that's it. If you have any question, you can ask.
I mean, is this going to be the first cross-generational trip that we're ever going to have? Like, because G4 members, G5 members from all the partner universities. So how many buses is that going to be?
I'm not sure, but let me guess. Around 10?
Around 10 buses.
I don't know.
Should we hire more social media team members then? In that case, because we're gonna need a lot of people to take pictures. When is this gonna be, by the way?
After 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Since the Asus camp is not finished.
Finished. Okay. All right. Okay. Do we have any other questions, team?
But like for G4 members, since they have been through another like a camp closing trip, I don't know like the place. It doesn't have to be repeated, Brooke. Like for the G members, since they go like another trips before, we don't have to consider like to repeat the trip place.
I don't think we have enough destination, especially like, since we don't have to like, go far from so we might have to repeat this. It's not convenient, but
Okay, we'll see.
But we will be given options though, right?
of course.
All right. Okay.
No, like the G5 members don't dominate the G4,
So whatever they choose.
that's nothing. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. If we don't have any questions, thank you so much, Akka. Yes, now let's go over the Ghana education updates, which will be given to us remotely from our remote audience. Yes, Mati has recently joined us. So Mati, please give us the Ghana education updates. Thank you.
All right. Hey guys.
Yes, you're audible.
So all right. So this week we had the first team contest. It was a pair of 4 students each, and they did really good. We also continued the practice sessions on DP from last week, and then I had my first lecture here on Trice. It was great. And also the first communication session by which will be continuing next week as well. That was for this week, and next week have the continued communication sessions, and then the union finance lecture, and also student mock interviews, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you for the brief and concise updates, so yeah, do we have any questions for the Ghana education? Okay. If not, thank you so much, Mati. And let's receive our remote education and community education updates by. In this time, community education updates will be given to us by Paul. We out here once more. Give us the remote education updates. Thank you.
Be giving you the updates, wins, and plans we had for remote education, and the plans for the next week, of course. So the first one is the A2SV. To onboard our remote education students to the A2SV hub, and we went through the for 4 days now. Today it will be the. The other thing is we officially kicked off on Monday, and we finished for the second year remote education students. Or if you guys remember, I don't know, they are working, finished up the PRD, like drafting the PRD. Other people, and today UX design, for the UI UX design, we a shortage of UI UX designers in A2SV. I'm sure everyone is aware of this. And for the remote squad, we found one student who was second year remote education, who has extensive experience in UI UX development, and he is going to be working on the UI for UX for the project EasyPay. And also we've onboarded 3 of remote education interns. We are not going to be presenting them today. That will be done maybe next week, but those 3 head of education remote interns were onboarded. 4, my bad. I think this is 4. That was a mistake, sorry. Next one is the plans. When moving on to the plans for the next week, we're going to be continuing the normal education for G5. It's going to be the second week for the first education phase. There's going to be a lecture. They're going to have practice sessions and normal education stuff. After that, we're going to be sending internet package money for our students. So in remote education, we have students outside of Ethiopia, and to send them remote internet packages. We can't send the internet packages as we do for our Ethiopian students. So what we're planning on doing is we're going to be sending them the money, and they'll buy the internet packages for themselves. And as I mentioned, for the second year remote education, we've drafted the PRD, and that's going to be reviewed, and the UI UX development is going to be continued. So these are the updates and the plans for remote education, briefly, if you have any questions. Yes.
So today I was visiting our studio, and one thing that was brought up by our heads was, I think at the moment we are not promoting remote education positions to our students. Like at some point.
For intern, last time when promoting this, we sent it on the different Telegram groups. I think we've included the A2 Telegram groups, but I'm not sure about this. The community education squad, and I think someone else was doing it. Okay. I'm not sure. I can't say.
I don't know whether it's a deliberate decision or not, or if it is not, then maybe it's better to promote it in the house channels as well. Because I think they were under the impression that since Like the meetings here, the communication is easier for AI people to speak with each other. They thought remote education is not hiring from us. But sounds like this is a misconception, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I can't say we haven't promoted it in the AS2 Telegram channels, but we've promoted it in the second year education Telegram channels. That includes everyone, right? For the in-person education. Slack channels and Telegram channels where we've promoted it for all the in-person, previous in-person groups, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll just check. And if it was not deliberate, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah. And for us to folks, basically our message is remote education is inclusive for all partners.
Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? If not, Paul, the community education updates.
Thank you so much, Alex. Paul, who are you? And what are you doing here? What is this update?
Okay, so hello guys, my name is Paulos. I am currently head of community education, and forgive my voice, I have a cold. So for the community updates, I guess the first update that we have is we have community coordinator interviews. So we have been conducting these interviews starting from I think Wednesday, and they finished today at 10:30 a.m. So we have conducted around 17 interviews, and we have graded them all today in the afternoon. And now all that's left is to calculate their aggregated score and to recruit these community coordinators. Other than that, we have announced the community helper bot. This was announced also today. This is an AI chatbot that will help every interested member who wants to join A2SV or is already part of A2SV. Other than that, we have also finalized of education recruitment. This was actually done in the beginning of the week, like Monday, Tuesday. This was already, the grades were already aggregated and given to the remote education squad. For the coming week, we are planning to complete the onboarding of community coordinators. So hopefully by Monday, we will be completing the recruitment of community coordinators. And the other big thing that's going to be happening in the upcoming week is the community education kickoff. So we are planning to host this kickoff on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And we are trying to invite guest speakers and also members from G5 education who passed through the community education so that they could inspire the upcoming community students. Other than that, we are initiating a hackathon planning phase. So in the weeks, we are trying to review the document prepared by the previous hackathon team on how they completed the hackathon so that we could give a grasp of how we will be handling our tasks. So for the upcoming weeks, we are planning to start the planning phase. I guess these are my updates. Our updates. Sorry. Do you have any questions? Okay.
So I'll be starting for the community education.
Okay, so actually I don't have the exact number, but I know that there will be 2 classes for the now on. I think maybe it's a guess, but around 30, 40-ish. That's what we are starting with. Any other questions? Camera out after? Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Paul. Yes, up next we have community update presented to us by Vanessa. I would have to do a minor update on this one. So Vanessa has been away for the past 3 weeks, and now she has joined us. And welcome back, Vanessa. Give us the updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dagum. Hi, everyone. I'm Vanessa from the communications team, and we're just going to give updates. As you said, I've been away, but good to be back in this. So we had 2 major priorities this week, which was our today's post to start with, and we actually have received some quite good views on YouTube, up to 80,000 now, which is quite good. So we encourage you guys to, like it if you haven't, and also leave a comment if you'd like. And then also we had the adult MOU post. We had been postponing this for a while because of some back and forth with the teams. We finally have it, and it's going to be posted on A2SV pages and also on the adult page as well. And then also, we have also the second priority was also the Codev social media posts. And today we're going to be shipping SkillBridge, Rate It, and Akil. And we have some minor work that we still need to do on AfroChat. And as well, we are going to post it preferably at the starting of next week. And then on that will be done within this weekly wins. So the team is just arranging a few things. And then after that, when you guys present, we'll also have a session to go and like post together live. And then also, we of course working on other videos as well. We're trying to do some strategies in terms of more video production and reels, and also like the question and answer series that you guys have seen Dagim hosting. So please go and like and make him favorite thing. And there are quite some really fun videos. So it would be nice if you guys like them. Also even post them on your stories as well. There'll be just like some little information about A2SV and in a fun and more engaging way. And then also, we are happy to welcome a new social media assistant manager for Adama. His name is Kia Kebe. I don't know, is he part of the meeting?
No, he's not part of the meeting. He didn't join, but he said he's going to be available from next week.
Okay. So we're really happy to have Kia on board as well to learn and grow together. And he'll be handling stuff from Adam. So right now we're trying to orient him and make him get well versed with how we operate within the communications team. And then for next, our plans are obviously Happy New Month. So we're going to finish some content we had planned for. We're going to finish it in the new week as well. But then also we're going to have a March content plan, because most of the production we're doing right now is video based, and some of our videos are not LinkedIn friendly in a way. So what we're going to do is we're going to balance and make sure that our content is able to be accommodated also on LinkedIn, as much as we're having some Instagram reels as well. And then also we're going to be working with the hiring script video and the video. This is through our marketing efforts within the communications team, where we want to open doors of opportunities for A2SV remotely. So we want to create a nice, very engaging video which can be marketed and have a campaign on it, so that other top leading companies, tech companies, can also like see it and get reasons and why to hire within A2SV and be a part of us. And then also we had a meeting this week with our LinkedIn strategy manager and also Mr. Ali. So we're trying to strategize in terms of how to go with the LinkedIn reach outs moving forward. So we'll be prospecting and making sure that we get the right leads. And then Mr. Ali will be taking over in terms of doing the messaging via MOS profile. Also, we are not the social media team without our posts, so we're definitely going to have those. More reels and more videos that we have for you. So we have been preparing these videos this week as well. Some of them are almost ready, and next week we'll be just posting them. So before we even get to our win, even if we don't mention it as part of our wins, just know that we mention it here when it's done, but the team is always working on something, whether it's a video, whether it's a reel, and then of course we bring it to you and mention it as a win when we have shipped it. And then also we're going to create some materials for the ADIS 24 event that our folks in the US are going to attend. So we're going to be making sure we focus on the roll-ups and the brochures just to reach a deadline that's next week. So we want to make sure by next week everything is ready for review, and then we can make sure that when the date approaches, we don't do everything in a haste. So this will include roll-ups and some brochures as well that we used even for the hackathon. So some information will be added and some information edited just to, make it look nicer. And then also we're going to be preparing the A2SV pitch deck starting from next week, and hopefully finish it within the week and start also reviewing that to make sure that our material in terms of presenting A2SV is intact. So those are our wins and plans. If you have any questions, I'll get them everywhere.
So I have one question. The
Yes.
question is, Last week you mentioned that the team was going to discuss how to make things more efficient, potentially propose some changes.
Yes.
We have a discussion, any changes are coming.
Yeah, so the first discussion, we actually had our internal discussion. We did not include Vanessa, but it includes me and Kenna. Since Kenna is going to be the one handling the live stream, I will be the one handling the hosting in the slides. So the first thing we talked about is changing the slides entirely. So we didn't think this was more engaging, so we wanted to change it. And as for the timings, we wanted to put deadlines and timings for each project. So when everyone is presenting, there's like a timer that everyone is allowed to give. So not starting from this week, we cannot implement due to some things, but starting from next week, hopefully, we'll start implementing those changes. But yeah, apologies for not involving them. Also, should have added them as yellow or not done in the wins section. Sorry for overlooking that as well. But hopefully, starting from next week, these will be implemented.
Gotcha. Like one suggestion I have for, especially for the communication updates, like some of these things, it seems demonstrable to me. Meaning, like other than moving post, like this is a post from our social media, right? Or core dev social media posts. Like some of these things, they are demonstrable. Like instead of saying, hey, we put the other post, maybe if we open the other moving post here, I'm not suggesting for now, for the future, that like that may be.
Oh, so that people can see it?
Yes.
Okay. You can have the demos, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we will do that moving forward. Thank you, Amber.
All right. Thank you, Doug.
Okay. Thank you, Vanessa, for the updates. So yeah, we couldn't give you guys the organizational updates as Emre couldn't make it in time, so we decided to push this right after the communications updates to have them settle down and collect. So yeah, now we will be having the organizational updates. Please, Emre, come to the stage. Give us the organizational updates.
Thank you very much, Takım. So regarding the US supply delivery team, it's on its way. We didn't get it to Ethiopia yet, but we expect it to be delivered early next. So there is a bit of a delay that is introduced, yes, but it's now out. Hopefully, next week we are going to have these items. In terms of goal setting, the core dev teams are working on it, but I wouldn't say we have 100% clearly defined targets at the moment. I hope this is going to be done by next week. So Jordanos is joining us full time. She has been with us part time in the last couple months, and she has been doing really great job. And with her full time bandwidth, in terms of community building, in terms of supporting our talent that are getting interviews, in terms of creating partnership connections with different organizations that can help A2SV by bringing funds or opportunities. She's going to be a great addition to the squad. Next, Marlene's ramp up is going on. So she started part-time, and Marlene's role is containing two big projects at the moment. Number one, she is looking at the legal landscape in terms of either relocating A2SVs to the United States for full-time opportunities or internships. And she has experience with immigration. She has experience with visa processes in the US. And we have A2SV. We also have Escalate as entities in the United States. And she is preparing the full picture in terms of what type of options we have for A2SVs. So what is the second project she is working on? It is about building HR at A2SV. We have a lot of people, right? Our total employee count is over 140. So defining strong HR processes, making sure that every one of us is going to be heard and getting their needs satisfied by the organization. She is going to be working on that. And soon after, we are going to start receiving some updates as well. In terms of t-shirt deliveries from Turkey, I just had a call with our t-shirt producer. He's going to finish all the t-shirts and hoodies by Wednesday. So we expect them to be on their way by Thursday. And end of next week, the beginning of next week is the timeline that we are looking for. Since the camp trip is going to take place in the following weekend, right? Or which weekend, Biruk? The camp trip is taking place next weekend. Okay, so basically One, like 9th of March, Saturday. Saturday or Sunday, I see. So like in that case, it's going to be a tough timeline. Another option we can do is we may not wait for the full production to finish. Maybe 1 or 2 days of production, we can leave it in Turkey and get them sent earlier in that case. Cool. And these preparations, like this is going on. There are things that we are doing. Some guest speakers are invited. So we are going to finish collecting the responses today. We hope that this weekend we are going to know how many of the guests are coming, how many of A2SVs are going to be brought together. And this is going to help us to make things clear and do the necessary reservations. So what's coming next week? Digital Health Expo is coming. Adot and Hakimap are going to be there. At the same time, we are supporting their hack. So these are our duties. We are going to give them some mentors. Like I will be a jury member. Also, I'm going to give a workshop as well. This is our support for the organization. And in exchange, we are getting Adot and Hakima promoted and connected with relevant medical people. So this 24 preparations are going to continue. So what type of preparations? This includes from producing promotional materials to like making the details of the time we are going to have together. Because there are also other people coming to this event, and this is a golden opportunity to meet them, to promote them what A2SV does and how they can help us. Therefore, we are also doing analysis on the attendee list to pinpoint which key people are going to be great to connect with. Next, the US trip arrangements. So I'm going to be leaving Ethiopia around March 10 to 12. And then I'm going to be in the US most probably till March 26, 27. And then by the end of March, I'm going to be coming to Ethiopia with my parents. So this is going to be the first time they will come to Ethiopia. Hopefully in the month of April, in the beginning, in the first 2 weeks, we are going to organize our first parent events. Keep that in mind, it's coming. If your parents are in Addis or in a convenient position to visit, they are going to be welcome. And lastly, so we are building a system for lead tracking. So what does lead mean here? Like lead here is used for the people who can somehow bring some value to A2SV in terms of providing opportunities or grants, because these are our top priorities at the moment. Up to this point, here and there, we had different efforts. So from my account, from Brian's account, from Jordanos' account, there have been some activities. We get connected with some people, but we didn't have one single tracker to have the big picture. So what did we do with this person? What's the next action item? Should we send them a reminder? And since we are on the receiver side, like most of the time, because if an organization is giving money to A2SV, it's not very critical for them, right? It's more critical for us. So the responsibility of following up, nurturing these conversations from time to time, sending nights is on us. But since we didn't have a clearly defined system here, there have been some communication gaps. Because also from time to time, people come and go. And to prevent all these things, we are starting a simple lead tracking system. And we hope that this is going to help with connection building for A2SV. So this is, in a nutshell, what's coming next week, team. Do you have any questions or points? Yes, Vanessa. Are the t-shirts going to be distributed to only people who have completed the camp, or to all A2SVs? Well, maybe it's going to be difficult to distribute to the remote education students at the moment, because we didn't figure within Africa deliveries yet. But for everybody in A2SV in Ethiopia, we are going to have t-shirts. So there will be enough t-shirts coming. I'm not sure if we can commit one hoodie per person. I think the total hoodie count is going to be around between 300 to 400. But t-shirts, definitely, there will be enough t-shirts for everybody in G4, G5, and beyond. Cool. Yes, Biruk. So actually, based on the calendar, I will be able to. Frankly speaking, I wasn't sure whether it was happening on the weekend of 9th of March or the next one. On the 9th of March, there is also Digital Expo going. So Digital Health Expo going. Therefore, given circumstances, if it's Saturday, I will be maybe attending. If it is Sunday, probably I have higher chance of attending. I would love to, but it really depends on circumstances. I'm not sure if I have ever missed an A2SV trip so far.
Not while you're in Ethiopia, at least.
Oh, 100%. Yes. Cool. Any other questions, team? Or points? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emre.
Product team.
Do we have it on?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so the first one is preparation for receiving PM interns. So as the education team informed you earlier, the internship is going to start from next Monday, and the product team are going to receive at least 4 interns for the upcoming internship, and we've been preparing for that. The next one is started testing coded products. We've been implementing a testing practice, and we prepared a Google Sheet to track our testing, and we've been doing this for this week. And also we'll continue doing it for next week. That's the plan side. And prepared and posted social media content for coded projects. So you've heard these updates from social media team, and we've been working with the social media team to prepare and post the social media content. And I've just received the update that the social media content has been posted on the LinkedIn page of the projects, except for AfroChat. All projects should have content on their LinkedIn page. And please make sure to interact with that. Yeah, so in these contents, as you'll all see, except for adult, all of them are going to be the first post for the projects. Other than that, assisted the core dev team with the US Expo deliverables. So at this 24 Expo, as you've heard from Emre and also the social media team, at the US Expo on March, and we've been asking the core dev team for their preparation. Other than that, follow flow design and deliverables for adults and Hakim Hub in preparation for Digital Health Expo. So the Digital Health Expo is going to start from March 7th to March 9th, and we've been helping the adult and Hakim Hub team in preparing the designs. The UI team has been working on that, and yeah, finally the UI designs for projects have continued. So the AIT team and also the ASTU team have been getting their UI designs this week. When we proceed to the plans, we're hoping to welcome PM interns and start them on the learning class next week. And also we're going to assign mentors for them from our team. Next, prepare social media post for adult and Hakim Hub regarding the Digital Health Expo. As I've said, it's going to be on Thursday next week, and we're going to have social media posts especially for this event. The next one is work on second round social media posts for core dev projects. So the social media posts are going to be a weekly thing, and every week we hope to post content for every core dev project, and next week is going to be the second round. Going forward, looking for potential partnerships during the upcoming Digital Health Expo, and finalizing preparations for the US Expo. We've set a deadline for March 11th on this expo, and we hope to finalize the preparation for this expo. Finally, we're going to work on the requirements and due process for the EasyPay project. The EasyPay project is a remote education project, and we are hoping to consult some experts and also prepare a full lengthy list of requirements we need for this project. That's all from my side. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, that's it. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you so much, Muse. Yeah, so like Muse mentioned just now, we will be having a couple of posts on our core dev project's social media platforms, especially on LinkedIn. So yeah, we will be doing a few more exercises and nothing new to you guys. So we will be going over some live demonstrations on how we can interact with these posts. But now let's receive some of the G4 project updates initially, and then after, yes. Oh, the updates? Of course, yeah, we're doing that now. The LM is on it. Yes. Okay, so generation 4 updates. So we're going to start with Hub, which is going to be presented to us by Heno. You go, Heno.
Okay, so I'm Henok. I'm the lead for Hakim Hub. So our wins for this week are, we got started with preparation for the digital health hackathon. So we've been going over the pitch decks, roll-ups, brochures, and such, so that we are ready for the expo. We've also, on development side, we've also implemented the API endpoints for the doctors and hospitals features. We've also completed the doctor's UI for mobile, and we're like 50% on the web end. We've also completed the last sprint, the last camp sprint at least. And finally, we've attended the debugging lecture, which was given by Emre. So the plans for next week are, even though the camp has ended, there's still some work to be done, especially on the expo side. So we plan to complete the preparation for the Digital Health Expo and also attend that Digital Health Expo and get some insights for our project. So yeah, these are our updates. Yes.
So since like Hakim is also going to be presented in the Digital Health Expo, like what kind of deliverables are we going to see from Hakim out there?
Yeah, so as I said before, we plan to complete the pitch deck, the roll-ups, brochures, and one-pagers. We plan to, because that's one of the things we're planning to show. And sadly, we don't have the prototypes ready yet. So we're planning on going with a video for now. Or if that video is not suitable to A2SV standards, we are planning to go with a design prototype. So those are our deliverables. Yeah. Any other question?
One of this, so I think that right now, at least there is one internal arts who is working on science.
Yes.
So like, is he collaborating with some people in the team, or are you expert members here? Or is he the only person?
So currently he's working under Yosef, and so we kind of have an informal sync with Yosef during the at 9 a.m. or so, where I check some of the things that were implemented. I give my updates, and then he also gives me some of the updates that have been done, and we gather this. If there are action items to be done, we gather them, and he distributes some of the work to the intern at us too, and he also gets to review it. So that's currently how the workflow looks like. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Enoch. Let's receive some updates by Brooke from Rideshare.
Thank you, Doug. Hi guys, I'm Brooke for Rideshare updates. Last week we said, or we were planning to develop the UI for admin pages within the team. Although we first were started, we had a sync with the product team Muse, and because it was like the idea was to implement the UI page for this week demo, but we deemed it unnecessary since we could have done it just through the APIs and finally letting the experienced UI UX members designing it to the standards that A2SV wants, and then finally implementing it. and this also gave us time to work on other things. So we decided not to proceed with the 2x marks that you see on the updates, which are related to the admin dashboard. Another thing is from the backend side, we completed the main rider endpoints. Also, this was the last week of our camp, the third sprint, and we completed it. We got the questionnaire reviewed by our product team. After having a review from the other stakeholders, we're going to launch it to our partner universities. We attended the debugging lecture given by Emre, and I think testing lecture is coming. And for the mobile team, we completed the main user flow pages with integration. For the web team, though, to receive the designs on Wednesday afternoon. So UI wise, we have completed implementing it, but it's yet to be integrated with the backend. For next week plans, we're going to have the camp closing ceremony on Monday, and we're going to give them a 10-day break for our students. But before that, during the break, since we want our UI UX team to proceed and complete other designs, so that when the team comes back, they have something to work on. We're going to have the sync between the team, Muse, our product team assignee, and Yosef, our UI UX member. We're going to define the process on how to proceed, and that would clarify things for Yosef to go ahead and design it in the 10 days when the students will be having the break. So that's the plan. I think this thing's going to happen on Tuesday. So for ride shares, those would be the wins and plans. Do you guys have any questions? All right, thank you, Dag.
Yeah, and finally, we'll be receiving some updates about Bazaar from Fitsu. Who's going to be giving us today's updates? Saga? Okay.
Yeah. Hi guys. For Bazaar, last week we were planning to have to finish the authentication part for the web, and we finished the authentication part, and we started implementing the product listing page. And for the email verification and OTP verification, we are still dealing with some bugs, and it's all there are some things that need to be fixed. And we also started the service listing UI page, and mostly like the product listing and the service kind of the same page, but like different appearance. Like there are different components that we need to add on the product listing. On the backend side, last week we have planned to implement the product and service credit, and it's done, and it's already tested and deployed, and we are going to use it. But for the service credit, I'm not sure it's fully fixed. I say like for the product it's done. And we're on Thursday we have attended the debugging session was given by Emre. The code reviews with mentors was done, and like the mentors were helping us on our development. And lastly, we have seen with the items and UI UX designers, like for the updates, and basically with the items with Mary, we were talking about to add some AI features on our project. Since we didn't like add it on our MVP, we are going to like potentially add some AI parts that's like will benefit our users and customers. For plans for the next plans, basically we are going to have the internal demo after this meeting, after this session, and we are going to have the camp closing ceremony on Monday at 5 p.m. And after that, we are going to give the break for our G4 members Lastly, we are going to have a sync with the BI teams and UI UX designers in order to get the designs and also like the clear requirements moving forward. That's basically what our team was doing. If you have any question regarding Bazaar, I'm here. Nope.
Actually, sir, I have one question. If you remember, at some point last week, we have been discussing that if we start from only cars and houses, we are going to be actually out of context for the problem, right? So
Yeah.
many of you guys, how many of you guys are interested in buying, selling houses or cars? We wish, right?
Maybe for the services, there is a car rental and house rental. It's like maybe for that we can include our environment's peoples, but for that it's hard to get the actual users. That's the thing. And like one thing I didn't mention, we decided to include the cars, as Emre said, cars and houses for the first MVP, and all the products and services are related to cars and houses. And moving forward, we are going to improve it.
More will come soon.
Yeah. Any questions? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Saga and the team. This has been it. And what? Vertex. Of course, I knew this was here. Presented by Amanuel. Who is Amanuel?
Yeah, hey guys.
Okay, give me a minute.
All right, can you hear me? Tag you're muted.
Okay, give me a minute, Aman. Was disconnected from me. Okay, can you try speaking now?
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yes, we can hear you perfectly now.
All right. So let's go to the next slide and I'll give the updates. So guys, to give you the context, at AS2, we are at the second week of our camp. The first week was we were taking workshops and the team were getting familiar with the PRD documents. This week we actually started implementation, and for our team we set up the Jira board in our GitHub repositories with necessary workflows, and we also planned our sprint, the first sprint, and we were able to finish that sprint by the end of this week. So our web teams, they have implemented the authentication pages. They have completed the integration for login, logouts, and forget password. The landing page is under development, so we will finish that in the next week. So our mobile teams, they have also implemented all the pages. They have also integrated the login and logout functionalities, and they have also finished the onboarding page implementation. So our backend teams, they were spending most of their time reading the PRDs and getting the right user flow. After that, they designed the database, they implemented all the entities, and they prepared the endpoints for the web and mobile teams. And finally, we successfully integrated all the necessary tasks for the first sprint. And what do we have for the next week? We will finish the implementation of our landing page. And today, after this meeting, we will have our sprint one retrospective, and we will improve what could be improved. And the next thing is we'll also plan our sprint, our second sprint. This is going to be like, relatively speaking, it's going to be intense. So we'll complete the learning part of our system. As we know, this section have many subsections inside it. So we'll do that planning. We will also clean up our Jira board, and we'll distribute tasks on Jira. And we'll also create a user story document, which was suggested by Nahu Sarnai, our product advisor. So we'll also provide that document for the first and the second sprint. this was it for Vertex Lab. Thank you.
Okay. So much, Amani, for the updates. I was not aware. Okay. Yeah, I was not aware that this was going on. So moving forward, I'll make sure to keep that aligned with the other projects. And so, yeah. Amana, do we still have you or? Okay, I guess it's the next project. Okay, it's okay. Yes, hi Abigail, please try to unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you now. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you guys?
Okay, we're doing fine. Okay, yeah, let's get right to the updates, Abigail. Thank you.
Okay. Hey everyone, so I am Gail from Escalate and I'm one of the product managers for Escalate. So this week, as Aman said, it's our first time with the implementation. So our first week, we created a product backlog and user space for the first sprint. Our first sprint mainly focused on the developer's profile. So that's what we were mainly focusing on. So on the back end, we were able to implement the authentication and authorization for the developer's profile. So for the developer. So we were also able to implement the developer. So that would include the education, the projects they did, as well as a brief overview. And for the web team, we were able to implement, we actually started the UI implementation for the developer's profile and also the updates. And for the mobile team, we were able to complete the splash screen, job listing, job details, profile page, and also logging functionality. So that is what we were able to do for this week. We also had, just right now, we had a lecture from Emre. So based on that, we were also able to update our plans. So first thing we realized from this week that we were able to enhance and refine our PRD because we noticed some features that we were missing. So that's the first thing we're planning on doing the next week. And also we are gonna refine the UIs for the mobile and web. Another thing we're planning on doing is implementing the unit and integration test authentication layer. And yeah, so based on some reasons, because we were lacking on the backend, we plan to migrate from .NET Core framework to Node.js because there are a lot of people that can work on that framework. And another thing we're going to do is integrate the front end and back end. And at last, we're going to develop our landing page. At least we're going to start doing that. So that's the plan we have for next week.
Yes, I know. Do we have any questions for Team Escalate? Thank you so much, Abigail. Okay. Yeah, in case to be time effective, let's quickly jump into the next project, which is going to be a Spark Tank. Okay, these are like some new projects that I was not aware of. Okay, Mati, please feel free to unmute yourself, and yeah, we can go over the updates.
Thank you, Dagi. So can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Great. Okay, so like my name is Matthias, and I'm a project lead for Spark Tank. To give you an overview about what Spark Tank is. Spark Tank is a platform that will going to connect entrepreneurs with the investors. So we're going to connect startups with potential investors, and like what we plan is we're going to make a platform that the startups work, and then entrepreneurs potentially can connect them and invest with them. So like most of the things like the previous presenter side, we are on the camp, and we start implementation in this week, and we're getting familiar with the PRDs. And like in this week, what we did is we start our first sprint, and then it's about implementing the authentication and authorization feature. So, and also we are integrating it continuously and deployed it. So, like our workflow would continue like that. And for our plans in the next week, what we plan is we're going to we're going to implement the startups profile building and the investor profile building, which is very detailed. So I hope it's going to take us 2 weeks or more. So we're going to divide it and plan it well, and then we're going to start this future. So this is it about Spark Tank. Thank you, Daiki.
Thank you so much, Mati. So yeah, do questions for A2SV, one of the G4 projects, Spark Tank. Spark Tank. Is that a question, Brookie? No? In that case, we can continue to our core dev development, core dev updates. Okay, I need to work on that as well. Let's start off with AfroChat. Adios. Let's have you out here. So AfroChat is the only platform that won't be having a post today, right? Okay. Rated will be having one today.
Okay. Yes. So update for us for this week. So we were working on the new feature implementation, and pretty much we have finalized them. That includes real-time search from any search engine. We are using currently DuckDuckGo, and we plan to use also Google, but that has its own challenge. But for DuckDuckGo, it works. We also added Llama, Mistral, and Gemini with their different models, and anybody can chat with those from now on based on their choice. And also categories for user, like recommendation. It was a simple algorithm, but we created a recommendation for users who have interacted before. Discovery for new personas or tools they want to see, and featured that are curated by us, and other tags as well. Also, we archive different unused personas and their cascading fates, like chats that have been done before and how we should continue with them. Those kind of there was some mismatch that needed to be changed, and we have corrected that. And now it's more cleaner personas that are designed by us. And also for the mini app, the same thing, the same implementation for the mobile is being implemented for the mini app. That includes the discovery page, the home page, where you can directly talk to a search engine and get analyzed, summarized feedback, and also other features. So yeah, this was pretty much the week for us. And next week we have been a little bit slow on the testing and refactoring, but we're gonna address those next week in a more strong manner. And also we're gonna add guest user mode for new users, because we don't want them to buggle on signing up and creating account before they have a chance to check out the app, pretty much. And also iOS testing, we're going to start, since we have understood every feature we're going to implement, including how to change the Google Firebase analytics, so we can start testing it on iOS, and hopefully we'll get something and ultimately deploy it on iOS. So yeah, this is pretty much our update. Okay, any questions? Also on update on the Telegram username, we're trying to find alternatives where we don't lose the users, and at the same time change the name. Hopefully we get somewhere, and we'll update it more detail on Google. Thank you. Okay. Next thing, adults.
So this week we were mostly focused on working on the expo deliverables. We have finalized the roll-up brochure and stickers. We're still working on the pitch deck with Mr. Drink. So yeah, the other thing is the doctor's flow. So we've finished most of the pages. Yosef has been working on it this week with one of our members. So next week we'll be linking those pages so we can present the prototype on the expo. So the other thing is testing the backend and the mobile. We've been writing unit tests for both the backend and mobile. We've made decent progress, but it's still not there yet. So the other thing is Blue Health's partnership post. It's been posted, so everyone check out the post on LinkedIn. Maybe something that hasn't been mentioned here is the iOS version for adults. We've set it up. We've tested it on emulator, and it's working. Now all that's left is checking it on a physical device. So for next week, it's mostly finalizing the export deliverables and the doctor's flow UI UX. We'll also continue working on the backend and mobile unit testing, and also the iOS version. And I guess the final thing is attending the A2 Health Expo and promoting adults. So, any questions?
Miss, right now, we have a post on LinkedIn. Is there any other social platform that you want us to go and engage with the post now? Or is it just LinkedIn?
It's just LinkedIn.
Okay, everybody, please, let's do it now.
Yeah, Jalalam will be sending a message in the general channel. I will be demonstrating on how we can interact. So in the meantime, let's quickly get the correlative updates. But please, before the quote of the week, we will have like a small activity to do together. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ado. Let's quickly get kill updates by Mai or Lensa or Quant.
Hi everyone, I'm Bontu. So this week we've opened the communication with CTP. These are students in the Ivy Leagues, most of the University of Columbia, where they help students in Ethiopia like every summer. So we had a discussion, and it's still ongoing. And school visits, we are trying to find good schools where volunteerism is like active. So this is still ongoing, and we have worked on exported deliverables. We've wrapped up UI contents and UI and contents for rollups and brochures. Implementation-wise, we've worked on custom questions, and we've integrated to our Telegram chatbot. We've from the mobile side, the open testing is open, and submission we are waiting for approval, so it can be open for everyone who has access to the link. And web interfaces for volunteers is done. Next week we'll be working on the integration. For the plans, we will be continuing working on export deliverables, and we hope that we will be having the first LinkedIn post for Akil as well. I'm not sure of the status it is, so please go and like, share, and we will be having our second post next week as well, post on regarding to the opportunities. And implementation wise, we'll be setting up developer account for the iOS and clean up and finalize sorry, the admin dashboard from the website and landing page implementation as well. And yeah, if you have any question, please forward it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bon. Up next, we have Skillbridge, presented to us by EDJ.
Hello, everyone. So for this week, for us, the first win is we finalized the contest management admin side. So basically, we were creating contests from the backend using the REST API, and we decided to have user interface on it on the admin dashboard. So we just finalized that and created our contest using the web interface. The other one is plan was to finalize chat feature on the mobile. It's mostly done. They'll try to finalize it next week. The other one is integrating video from GlobeDoc. So we have around 1,200 videos added to the database. So that's another win. The other one is we plan to go to GlobeDoc in person. So we went there today in person just to check on them and if it is possible to make a schedule for next week. So we have scheduled a meeting for next week on Wednesday. The other one is content review. So the first round of content review for Fidel was not finalized because we needed to figure out like whether the old or the new curriculum will be reviewed first. The other one, we are continuing the national exam review with Akil volunteers. The other one is we plan to upload our app to the Play Store. That was not finished this week, but we were able to run the iOS version, and it worked for most pages, but on some pages there were some errors due to some plugins, so we need to update that for next week. The other one is our landing page implementation. We tried to finalize it this week, but it is not finished. I would say it's 70% completed. So for the next week, we'll try to finalize the chat feature, as well as add the localization in Amharic and Afan Oromo. The next plan is finalize the iOS version. So on some of the pages, there needs to be some updates, especially related to the package. But most of the pages are working, so we'll try to finalize it next week. The other one is we'll upload our apps to Play Store and App Store if it is ready. The other one is we'll sign the final contract with Fidel Tutors, and they'll start working on it starting from next week. The landing page will be finalized as well on the next week. So we'll try to also visit more schools, at least 2, and try to onboard more students and test our products. Any questions? I don't think we can, but it's just to like a normal form of agreement between the reviewers and us. I mean, the reviewers are that much important, but we can also do that.
Like the case of Blue Health, there is a long-term partnership with them. Here, in the case of Skill Village, we can still continue working with people to create, so it's not like such form of big partnership that we want to go this path for years. Does it make sense? This is a content review task, right?
Yeah.
But like another actually potential partner for Skill Village, right?
Yeah,
What was their name?
GlobeDoc.
Yes, the video lecture.
Yeah.
So that can actually be something like Blue Health. Are we going to have a contest tomorrow?
Yes.
How many people? Is our goal this time? How many did we get last week?
Last week it was the same as on the previous. It was 30. So this week we'll try to make that. But if not, since we are going to include more students next week from different high schools, that can be a goal for next week as well. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Didier. And finally, we have Rated presented to us by Nahum. Nahum, is this your first appearance on the stage? All right.
Okay, thanks everyone. The first win is iOS development. It's not a completed task, but we have tested all the features on iOS platforms or on iOS simulator, and except 2 specific features, which are the map functionality for the Discover page and sharing restaurants, which require the Apple developer account. Everything else has been tested, and the amendments has been made so that it will be suitable for iOS features. The next target was to finish the dashboard user story. This was not completed as there was a lot of tasks to be done, and this is in progress. It has been started and it has been moved as a plan for next week. The next one is to design our backend. An initial research has been done so that we have established a guideline on how to restructure our backend code base, so that if new members or if interns join, it will be easier to follow and understand how the backend is coded. The next one is enabling suggesting new restaurants. So if you guys have been going to new restaurants that are not part of Rated database, we have added a new feature where you can suggest that restaurant to us using the mobile app by taking the picture of the menus and sending it to us. And after reviewing it and adding it to our database, we'll be sending notifications for users so that they can add their review on the restaurant they haven't found before. The next one is to deploy the mobile app to Play Store with public visibility. This has been done. It's not currently available on Play Store, but everything has been done, and the application has been sent for a review. And as soon as the review ends on Play Store side, this will be publicly available, the mobile application. The next task was to finalize our pitch deck. This has been done. And we also this week we have had our first, I think, senior weekly meeting, and we have had comments from seniors on our pitch deck, and we have made discussions on how to improve and how to better sell our idea of Rated. And the last task was to deploy the redesigned Telegram bot. This has been done, so you can all access our Telegram bots. I think the link will be sent. Okay, so the deployment has been done. And moving on to next week plans. The first one is to get an Apple developer account and move on to the features I mentioned that are not being done yet. Next one is to complete the dashboard user story and hopefully move on to implementation the week after that. The next is, as I said, the initial research in the guideline has been done, so we'll be moving to restructuring our backend code base into a more readable and a more professional code writing. And we'll also be having a mobile app authentication restructuring. So simply the idea is, especially on sign up page, after you sign up with Google, you'll have to go to creating a profile page. And now this has been made easier so that as soon as you sign up, you can just directly go to using the application. And finally, we'll be finishing up with our roll-up brochures and the one-pager updates. We have had comments from the product team on how to improve this material. So after addressing these comments, we'll be finishing up and delivering the final draft. Okay, so any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, now. Yeah, so with that, we would like to conclude today's weekly wins March 1st. But before we go to our conclusive remarks, I want all of you guys, people attending remotely from us too, as well as people attending, watching us live on YouTube, please. For internal A2SV members, I've already shared for all communications in the internal Telegram groups. If you're a student and if you're a staff member here in A2SV, please head over to the general channel now, and you will find 4 links here sent by Zalalam. So these 4 links are the first post that our core dev projects has released on their social media platforms. Please just navigate to each of the links. And then you can use your personal accounts, for where you have LinkedIn, where you have LinkedIn logged in. Not your organizational email, but like use your personal accounts. So just go and interact with this one. For example, the ADOT post was not posted for more than 20 minutes, and it already has like around 20 something engagement. Even Mr. Brian Bell has also interacted with it. So it's fine. This is the momentum that we need. So let's do the same thing for Akil, Rated and SkillBridge, especially since this is the first post for these platforms. Please go and interact. We already have 13, which is really nice. Please keep it coming. If you have multiple accounts, just feel free to, switch your accounts like this and give it a like and interact with it. So this is exactly what I'm doing. Nothing hard. So I'm just going to be going over Rated now. So yeah, this is the Rated post that we have. It's a two post related. So yeah, just interact with it. Are you guys doing so? No, Rated, please. Yes. And yeah, for students, I've shared it on Telegram internal groups. So you guys can go on your respective groups and you guys can feel free to interact with these posts. And finally, SkillBridge. Let's do the same thing for SkillBridge here as well. Yes. Yeah, the numbers are growing. Let's keep them going, team, because these things matter. The earlier we have the interaction with the post, the better. So yeah, let's try to do that for these platforms. Unfortunately for AfroChat, we have a few things to settle, but we will have a bigger session for AfroChat next week, which is going to be a huge one on the next weekly wins. Okay. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's clear that what you guys have to do, right? If you're not following any of these platforms, you can just click on view full page and then just click follow. Since I'm already a follower, it's gonna show me this option. So yeah.
And guys, by the way, like it's very important to get strong presence on social media. And what this means is if you also talk with your test users, your friends, like if you get to follow accounts now, I don't this something, all the others are around 40, 50. Even some kids, they don't follow accounts less than our quarter member account. I think there's a big room for improvement here. Keep that in mind that we have more people, the message is going to reach more people. If you are followed by more people, you are going to be shown to more people that are not following you because you are a bigger entity. So for all these reasons, I would highly recommend. Let's not think that we are engineers, we are not responsible for these aspects of our products. But if we also bring these people more attention to our social media accounts, it's definitely very good.
Thank you so much, Emre. So yeah, unfortunately, we could not have Mr. Alper on the call today.
Hello, team. I'm here.
Okay, yeah, very good to hear your voice. I was under the impression that you are not going to be joining us. I was going to invite Emre. So yeah, please let's have the conclusive remarks from you. I hope you're doing fine, sir.
Thank you. Sorry for not being visible and sorry for not being prepared for this meeting today. I'm at the hospital having a problem with my knee. So this isn't the best day I've ever had. However, if it is A2SV, I'm always here to join the community to make the difference. So today, I'm going to give my example, my position, to give you an inspiration about what you can do and what you can achieve. As I said before, I'm at the hospital and I'm not able to communicate clearly. But this doesn't mean that I shouldn't be there. Basically, as A2SVians, you are given a chance that really few people has in their lives. So try to make that difference, guys. Try to work hard, try to take the responsibility of being an A2SV. We have many seniors, we have many teams, we have many plans, we have many talented people like you. We have the power to sustain A2SV for a time still. So basically, we all have what is necessary to succeed. We need to succeed in education. We need to succeed in creating the projects about the core devs. We need to be successful in raising more grants to make A2SV sustainable. But it's not on any single shoulder. It's on all of us shoulder together. So basically, what I'm going to say is that we are A2SVians and we will succeed. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alper. So yeah, unfortunately, we were not able to get a quote from you, but I was able to get a quote knowing that you will not be attending. So it's going to be a generic quote from David Perlmutter. So strive for progress and not perfection. This is a quote that we managed to pick up for the week. But what most importantly, we would like to thank you so much for taking the time for joining us, even in the circumstances you are, Mr. Alper. And yeah, with this, I would like to conclude this week's weekly wins March 1st. I would like to wish everyone a happy weekend and take care. Thank you. Bye.